This is Share the Vision, presented by the Resource Center, a discussion of the programs and services of the Resource Center and about issues related to individuals with disabilities. Today's program comes to you from the Resource Center's administrative offices on Dunham Avenue, just outside Jamestown and Celeron. There's a buzz in the conference center here already. Joining me is Steve Watterson, Community Relations Director at the Resource Center, to explain what's going on in here right now.
Hey, Dennis. How are you?
Well, terrific, and happy to be back here for what looks like it's going to be a major event in a few minutes.
Yeah, this is something that we do every year. It is our annual Employee Service Recognition Luncheon, and we take the time to recognize and honor and appreciate those employees of the Resource Center who during the previous year achieved a milestone year of employment with the Resource Center. So this year we're honoring folks who in 2016 completed 5 years of service, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and one person at 35 years.
It would be delightful if we had the opportunity to speak to each one of these recipients on the air today. But, Steve, there are so many people who have worked 5, 10, 15, 20 or more years here at the Resource Center that we sort of have to compress our presentation.
Absolutely, yeah. There's well over 100 people who will be recognized today, and I think I added it up. If you combine all of those years of service, it comes out to 1,750. So it really shows a tremendous commitment to the mission of the Resource Center and our focus of improving the lives of people with disabilities and to be the best that they can be and supporting them on their life's journey. And the folks that are here today are just a small segment of the many, many employees who have made it their lifetime passion in their work to make life better for people with disabilities.
I understand we should go to the platform right now as the celebrated Steve Watterson. You are the MC for today's event.
That's right.
So here is Steve.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our 32nd annual Employee Service Recognition Luncheon. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Steve Watterson. I'm the Community Relations Director here at the Resource Center. We're waiting for the food to get set up, so while we're waiting to do that and we want to move things along, I'm going to jump ahead in the program a little bit and introduce our Executive Director, Denise Jones, to make some remarks.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. A service award comes out of a tradition where wisdom, knowledge, and experience are honored. I am pleased that here at TRC we have respected this tradition and annually, for the past 32 years as a matter of fact, have recognized the experienced employees for their knowledge and continued commitment to the people that we support. Way back when we were going through our CQL certification, Beth Germain sent out an email to the organization with a quote from Dave Hinsberger that I wrote down especially for this occasion. He says, being in human services is cool because, in essence, you're paid to be human, paid to explore the commonalities of the human condition, paid to discover the incredible diversity of the human spirit, paid to spend your day doing something that matters, that makes a difference, paid to do something that you can be proud of. Done right, you've chosen both a job and a passion, both a passion and a mission, both a mission and a purpose. There are those who spend their lives looking for a purpose. You will rise to it each morning, and that's a hell of a way to start the day. Whether you are working in finance, making sure that our staff get their paychecks, whether you're in accounts payable, making sure our vendors get paid, a DSP who is in the trenches working day to day with the people that we support and see our mission firsthand each day. You are all here for a purpose, and that common purpose is so appreciated by so many people. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, our management team, our families, but more importantly, the individuals we support, thank you. And now I have the distinct privilege of introducing our board president, Michael Goldman.
I consider it an honor and a privilege to be the president of the board of directors and to be on the board of directors. This organization is a fantastic organization. The mission that we have and the people that we serve is something that is is just fantastic and is something needed. And the thing I guess I like the most is that we are enabling our clients to fulfill themselves. And I think that's the most important thing, is to be members of society and to not to be mainstream, but to be able to do things that everybody else can do. One of our goals in the board of directors is to be the employer of choice. We're very proud of all of you as you continue to provide that quality service above and beyond the call of duty. Our service award winners are excellent examples of the dedication of our employees. And we believe you are an integral part of moving us toward becoming the employer of choice. Congratulations to our award winners and to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. We also have, we're privileged to have some other members of the board here. So Todd Jacobson. Todd, raise your hand. Stand up so people get a good look at you. Tom Glatz. Craig Colburn. And Barb Stewart. The board is made up of 15 people who volunteered their time to help oversee the operation of the Resource Center. And if you've ever seen the packets for their monthly meetings, they're usually about this thick, Selena, of a lot of documentation they have to read through. So it's quite a commitment, and very much appreciate the time and your own personal and professional expertise and talents that you put toward helping our organization be the best that it can be. So thank you very much. Okay, we're going to launch into the two big awards, and to handle that and introduce those folks, I'd like to introduce Mark Morton, our Assistant Executive Director for Employee Relations.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I do have a few words to say before presenting the Norma J. Smith Award and the Joseph Trusso Employee of the Year Award. At the Resource Center, we provide a wide range of services and supports to meet the needs of individuals with disabilities and other challenges who reside in our community. And to do this, we need a lot of people. People like all of you who are here today, and many, many others. So, why are you being recognized today? Because you fill the need for people, the need for staff? You stuck around for a few years, or a lot of years? No, that's not why. It's because it's so much more than people filling positions and accumulating years. So I have some reasons why we recognize you today. We recognize you for your commitment. I would venture to say that you've been here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 years. Something at some point took hold in you. At some point you made a commitment to share your talents, to use your knowledge, to develop your expertise, and give a part of yourself to the Resource Center's mission and the people we serve. We recognize you because we value your experience. The quality of services and supports we provide is directly related to the staff we employ. You are the staff that drive the mission. You have the experience to know what the Resource Center is all about. You know why you are here, and you know how to support people to reach their goals and dreams. We recognize you for your passion. You are the staff who share the vision of the Resource Center with new employees coming into the organization. You share your experiences of success, and sometimes less than success, to help staff learn. And just as important, you lead by example. We recognize you for your part in the legacy of the Resource Center. You may not say it out loud or always feel it when dealing with day-to-day responsibilities, but there is so much more to be valued in being part of an organization that has done so much for so many people for so many years. Without the commitment by people like you over the years, the Resource Center's legacy would be much less rich and meaningful, and its future much less bright. Now, I'm not going to try to be political here, but I'm going to borrow a phrase from President Obama's farewell speech, just because I like the message. You are the ones who decided to hitch your wagon to something bigger than yourselves. For that, I sincerely thank you, and the Resource Center thanks you. Now, on to the awards. Our first award is the Joseph Trusso Employee of the Year Award. The Joseph Trusso Employee of the Year Award honors an individual whose employment with TRC has directly enhanced the independence and integration of individuals with disabilities, or honors an employee who consistently goes above and beyond the call of duty to further the mission of the Resource Center. Joseph Trusso served on the board of directors for more than 35 years, and even after his retirement from the board, he continued to serve in an advisory capacity with the agency. He currently serves on the Employment Services Board Advisory Committee. Joe Trusso has always been at the forefront of furthering the mission of the organization. This year's recipient of the Joseph Trusso Jr. Award, Marcus Figueroa, has served the agency and the individuals we support for over 16 years. He's worked as an activities aide and teacher assistant. He worked at the preschool, community living skills instructor, crisis team worker, assistant site supervisor, and assistant residence manager. He is currently the assistant residence manager at the Fairmount Avenue IRA, a position that he has held since September 2013. So we talked earlier about the positive impact that experienced staff can have on our new employees. Well, Marcos provides a great example of that. Here's some of the things that the staff said about Marcos. One employee of the Fairmount Avenue states, "I've only worked with Marcos for 4 months, and he's shown me a lot about caring, work ethic, and enthusiasm. Being my first time in this career field, I wasn't sure how to handle certain situations. Marcos was always eager to help me learn and quickly jump and assist when needed. He treats staff with such encouragement and enthusiasm that it's unbelievable. He reinforces the TRC mission through ensuring each individual has the right resources to complete the tasks they need to do." Another staff states, "I had the pleasure of working with Marcos for close to a year now. Marcos took me under his wing and made me feel so welcome. He has always been accommodating and very patient with any question that I've had, and trust me, I've had a lot. Marcos exemplifies the kind of person that this resource center is looking for in an employee through his kindness, compassion, and giving himself, as evidenced by the following. Marcos created the Mark Pacheco Wow Fund, Working on Wonders, a fund being named after his longtime friend and co-worker who was violently killed. Marcos wanted Mark to be remembered as a person that wanted to make wonders happen for the individuals we support. For the past 2 years, Marcos has put together a WOW lip-syncing battle. Marcos volunteered to take an individual with challenging behaviors on a vacation who would not have been able to go if he hadn't stepped forward. He also volunteers his time to many events as the Buffalo Bills bead man. He even made an appearance at the Michael J. Raymond Center with news cameras, and the reaction from the individuals there was priceless. Other comments from those nominating Marcos for this award are, "I have personally witnessed his dedication, professionalism, and love for what he does. It's not just a job. To him, he goes above and beyond. When there's seemingly no more to give, he reaches in his heart and gives more. He never gives up, and he meets each unique challenge head on. He is honest, dependable, professional, and ethical. The mission of our agency is a mission of his heart." Having Marcos as my assistant for the past 3 years, this is from the residence manager, has not only been a blessing, it has been an honor to work on a team with such an extraordinary individual. In Marcos' own words, "What I do for our individuals makes me a stronger person. I love what I do. I love to see the individuals succeed." We are proud to present the 2017 Joseph Trusso Employee of the Year Award to Marcos Figueroa.
I want to thank everybody, and I really do. I really do love my job, and you guys are also here for a great reason. And keep doing what you're doing. Let's get our people out, and let's show the world that a disability ain't nothing. All right.
Now, for the Norma J. Smith Excellence in Direct Care Award for 2016. The Norma J. Smith Award was established in memory and honor of the late Norma J. Smith, who worked at the Resource Center from 1983 to 1991. The award recognizes excellence in direct care in a residential or day program setting. Nominees must have 2 years of employment at the Resource Center in a non-supervisory position. The award recipient must display dedication to enhancing the quality of the life of the person receiving services from TRC. This year's recipient of the Norma J. Smith Award, Alberta Monagle, and I know she likes to be called Bert, but we'll do the formal for this. Started working for the Resource Center in January of 2003 as a direct support professional at the Foote Avenue Intermediate Care Facility and is currently working as a community living instructor at the Chandler Street ICF. Alberta is not new to being recognized for the great job she does in supporting the people we serve. She has received a number of staff appreciation recognitions during her years at TRC. One recent example was a recognition given for her quick response in performing the Heimlich maneuver on a resident who was choking, and another for the work she did in helping to find staff coverage for multiple positions. In September of this year, Alberta was named during National DSP Recognition Week. Alberta was honored as an Everyday Hero Honorable Mention awardee. Comments from the staff who nominated Alberta are, she wants to give everyone a chance to show their independence as much as possible. The pride she feels when one of the individuals she supports achieves a goal is evident to all who are around her. Her respect and kindness towards others is evident the minute she walks into the room. To tell you everything she does is impossible, because Alberta is always there. The residence manager at the Chandler Street ICF states that Alberta takes great pride in her work with individuals and shows it daily. She encourages them in recreation activities and promotes independence. She will encourage the individuals to express themselves and build on their strength. Many of our individuals will seek out to work with Alberta, and they really enjoy her being there on a daily basis. Alberta has also stepped up and acted as a temporary assistant manager at the Chandler Street ICF, where she had learned new things about management. She truly cares for the individuals she works with. She has been a great asset to the Chandler Street home. Alberta says it's all about love. I love my job. I love to help. I love the smiles I see from the people I work with. Proud to present the 2016 Norma J. Smith Excellence in Direct Care Award to Alberta Monagle.
At a convenient point in the program, I have the opportunity to interview both of those major award winners. Alberta Monagle coming up in a moment. First, Marcos Figueroa. I want to share with you for a moment a conversation with Marcos Figueroa, the Joseph Trousseau Jr. Employee of the Year. Marcos, congratulations on your award.
Thank you so much.
Did this come to you as sort of a surprise?
It was a surprise, a good surprise actually. My staff and my manager nominated me, and I was surprised with the letters and very touched by them.
Tell me a little bit about your staff and your managers. Where is it that you work as part of the Resource Center?
My manager is Rhonda Scott, and there are 5 to 6 staff at that home, and it's Fairmount Avenue.
And what is your position there?
I'm the assistant manager.
How long have you worked for the Resource Center, Marcos?
10 years.
Give us a little bit of the flavor of your responsibilities and how you approach your work, because clearly that has made an impression on people. You've been named the Employee of the Year.
Yeah, well, my approach is to leave everything at the door once I walk in, and my focus is on the individuals in that home.
How many people live at the Fairmount Avenue home?
There are 6 individuals at the home.
And what's your day-to-day interaction with them and the staff? Just a little bit about your work there.
The interaction is from assisting the individuals to be out in the community more, to be independent, to go out more, to fulfill their dreams of what they need.
How do you feel about working at the Resource Center, Marcos?
I love my job. I go in full force, and I'm honored to help and assist our individuals every day.
So, Marcos, congratulations again on the award that you're receiving here today, and thank you for the spirit that you impart when you go to work every day.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Joining me now is Alberta Monagle, the Norma J. Smith for Excellence in Direct Care Award winner this year at the Resource Center. Alberta, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
How do you feel about this award?
I'm very happy, very pleased with it, very honored.
Some things for the listener. Alberta, first, what is your day-to-day work and where do you do it?
I work at Chandler Street, and I work on the floor with the residents and consumers with their daily living skills.
Now, when you say Chandler Street, that might not mean something to people who are not associated with the Resource Center. How many people live at Chandler Street?
8 people.
And how long have you been working for the Resource Center?
I've been working for 13 years.
Congratulations. What is it about your work as a person in direct care that has captivated you so, that has put you in a position to be nominated for this award. Tell us about your approach to your work.
My approach to the work is to walk in the door, and it is about the consumers. It's about helping them learn things, helping them do their daily living stuff. I leave all my personal stuff at the door.
Direct care is something that, well, might bear a little explanation for those who don't work in the arena of the Resource Center in terms of what it is that you do and what the joys and the challenges of the job are.
I take them on outings, teach them how to put their shoes on, teach them how to tie their shoes, teach them how to do daily living skills.
Some very basic things there.
Yes. And then there's times when I can teach them something and they're so happy and excited they go and tell everybody else that I've done it, and that makes me very happy. There's smiles on their faces.
And how many people do you work with on a daily basis?
Basically, when I walk through the door, I work with all 8.
You happy here, obviously?
Oh, yes, I'm happy. I'm very happy with my job. It makes me even happier every day when I meet more consumers and do more for the consumers. So I'm a very caring and giving person.
Well, Alberta, congratulations again. Thank you for your time and best wishes as you go forward. You can hear around us, folks, that it's very exciting here at the moment. But, Alberta, best of luck as you continue on in your work here.
Okay, thank you.
Let's get back now to the 32nd Annual Service Awards Recognition Luncheon program. The luncheon part has just ended. Here again is Steve Watterson.
Okay, everyone has had a chance to get through the line, so I think we'll get started with the Service Awards presentation.
Steve Watterson then took a moment to talk about the World and the Resource Center in 1981.
And also that year, Donna Lisa began her employment with the Resource Center. Donna applied to work at TRC at the suggestion of her cousin's friend. She was young, fresh out of school, and didn't have a job, so she said, why not? She began as a personal adjustment training instructor at the Dunkirk Work Center, which at that time was located at the site of the former Loblaws grocery store, which is where the Clarion Hotel is now on Lakeshore Drive. Donna was employed at the Dunkirk Work Center for 17 and a half years, where she also moved up to become a rehabilitation specialist, and then decided that she needed a change, so she became a Medicaid service coordinator. She did that job for 7.5 years, and then moved to the Dunkirk Day Program as a rehabilitation specialist. She's still working there today, and just recently was promoted to the position of Day Services Supervisor. So congratulations, Donna. Donna has always stepped forward to involve herself in new initiatives. She was in the first group of employees at TRC who received training on what is now called Strategies for Crisis Intervention and Prevention. She's involved in CQL as a certified personal outcome interviewer, and she has helped tremendously with the art program in Dunkirk. She also has involved herself in fundraising events held by TRC, such as Laurel Run and Step Up for Autism. Donna has received numerous recognitions during her years at TRC. Some examples include her work with the Dunkirk art program, helping with advocacy efforts, and providing supervisory coverage at the Lakeshore Day program when a supervisor was out. And at this time, we would like to recognize and honor our longest-serving employee being recognized this year, Donna Lisa, at 35 years.
I caught up with Donna Lisa during the course of the program for this brief interview. Donna Lisa has been recognized today for 35 years of service here at the Resource Center. Donna, thank you for spending a few minutes with me.
Pleasure to be here.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me about your work today at the Resource Center, what you do here.
I just recently was promoted to a supervisor in Dunkirk Day Hub. Been about a month and a half, so kind of learning a whole new system and a whole new atmosphere.
How do you like it so far in your new work?
I like it, learning a lot, doing a lot of new things.
Now let's wind back the clock, 35 years. What role did you start in? How did you come to work here at the Resource Center?
A friend of one of my relatives worked here and suggested that I apply. So I did and came for an interview and got hired.
At what position did you start?
It was called personal adjustment trainer. They don't even use that term anymore.
What does that mean?
So it's kind of like a it would probably be more like a case manager at this point in time.
Now, are you from northern Chautauqua County?
From Fredonia, yep.
So you've always worked for the Resource Center in that community?
In North County, yes.
Okay, from that personal adjustment coordinator
Yep.
to today, have you gone through a number of different positions? Tell us a little bit about your growth in jobs and your experience here.
Started off in the workshop with personal adjustment training. Then I went 7.5 years as a Medicaid service coordinator. And now, before I got the supervisor position, I was a habilitation specialist at the Dunkirk Day Hab.
What do you think about working for the Resource Center? Obviously, you've committed a good portion of your life to this institution. Yep. Tell me about your feelings about the place and your work.
I love working with the individuals we support. It's always something new. It's helping each individual grow to the best of their ability, and they're just a good bunch of individuals to work with.
One other thing I'll have you speak to, and that is someone who's contemplating coming to work for the Resource Center, maybe going online and filling out that application. Your years, 35 years experience, what would you say to that person who's kind of wondering if they should stick their foot in the water here?
I would say go ahead and try it. It's a wonderful experience. It's a good learning experience, and you'd be helping an awful lot of people.
Congratulations again on your award here today, and thank you for this time. At this Service Awards Recognition Luncheon, a dozen people were honored for 30 years of work at the Resource Center. One couple has been working there and working together in another way for those 3 decades. Steve Watterson did suggest to me, among the many people who were 30-year award recipients, that I might speak to the Browns because, well, I'll have you tell the story. What is your name, sir?
My name is Thomas Brown.
And what is your wife's name?
Susan Brown.
So, did you meet and marry as a result of working at the Resource Center, or just fill in some of the obvious questions here?
No, we were married when we started. Just married, pretty much.
And did you both start at the same time, or?
Within a couple of months of each other, yes.
So what induced you to come to work at the Resource Center?
My wife.
Susan, what induced you to come to work at the Resource Center?
I got hired in August, and Tom was looking for a job, so he got hired in October.
And what is your work currently here at the Resource Center?
I work at the Jones & Gifford Clinic as a patient access specialist.
And you, sir?
I'm a maintenance specialist, too.
What is it like to share not only a life together for more than 30 years, but be employed by the same employer for 30 years?
We don't work at the same location usually, so we work for the same company but at different locations.
So we get along much better that way.
What do you think about the Resource Center and its work, having shared this together for 30 years in terms of what it means to the community, all that happens here?
Personally, I mean, I've worked here 30 years and made a lot of really good friends, and the consumers are really important there. They're just a lot of fun to be with and everything. And the Resource Center does a lot of great things within the community, so it's kind of a proud place to work for.
And you, sir?
I started out as an aide and worked my way up to maintenance. I've been a supervisor, and this is the job I need, and I really enjoy fixing things for the guys to work on.
Thank you both very much. I've enjoyed speaking with you, and congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Also, at this Resource Center event just the other day, 5 individuals were honored for 25 years of work at the Resource Center. 8 people received awards for 20 years of service. The number of 15-year award recipients amounted to 30. There were 31 people who were honored for 10 years of service and 61 people who were awarded for 5 years of work at the Resource Center. And that brings us back to the MC, Steve Watterson.
Let's have a round of applause for our 5-year recipients. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the great work. We'll see you in 5 years.
Today on Share the Vision, the 32nd Annual Service Awards Recognition Luncheon, held January 17th, 2017. Thank you for sharing the vision today.